Good morning, Attorney Roger Gelb here. I'm an attorney in Baltimore, Maryland, and have been practicing personal injury law for just over 30 years. And today I'm going to discuss factors that lawyers look at to assess the strengths and weaknesses of a personal injury claim. When you're talking about an automobile accident case in particular, or just a personal injury case in general, first thing we look at is liability. Can we prove liability? If it's a automobile accident and a vehicle is stopped at a red light and hit from behind, then that's a pretty clear liability accident versus a case where somebody may be driving down the road and a vehicle going the same direction that they're going turns into their lane. That's a little bit more difficult to establish that liability component. So there could also be an issue similar to that if it's a fall case. Obviously, slip and fall cases are most generally speaking more difficult to prove liability than in auto accident. And people typically will say, well, there might be video. I'm sure there often is in fall cases, especially in restaurants or in commercial establishments. But just because a person falls doesn't necessarily mean there's liability. But getting back to assessing the strengths of a personal injury case, when we're talking about an auto accident in particular, we look at not only the liability, but we look at the amount of property damage. The more in general, the better the claim is, or the more valuable potentially. And then we look at other factors, including the injuries, of course. How soon after the accident did a claimant start treating? What did the medical bills total? What were the actual injuries? That's critically important. So somebody could be treating with therapy for pain, but it's subjective and there's no real objective proof of an injury versus somebody who needs surgery and had very limited amount of treatment, but that claim could be worth more. So the injury is significant. The length of treatment is considered. The amount of medical bills are a factor. Lost wages are an important component. And then, of course, we use all of this together to calculate what the value of the pain and suffering is. And that's often determined by the length of the treatment. So there's a lot to be considered in any personal injury case, and I am always available to discuss yours with you. My telephone number is 202-331-7227, and again, I'm always happy to discuss your case. Please give me a call. Thank you.